Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aline Lovi. If this is your first time to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and like and share. And if you're already part of this family, I just want to say thank you for sticking around and for always supporting me. I really appreciate you. So as you already saw the title of this video, in this video today I'm gonna share with you how I got my diversity visa for the first attempt. And we are going to go through the process together, step by step, all the process I went through to get here where I am today. So stay tuned and we'll be back after the intro. Welcome back guys. So as I was saying, I'm currently in the United States. I've been here for a couple of days, like 10 days, around 10 days, yeah. And I'm currently in the state of Indiana, in Indianapolis city. You can see here, I'm gonna show you my visa. Yeah, this is my visa, and I'm waiting for my green card to be here between 1 month to 3 months. So this DV thing started in China in November 2020. So I personally never heard of DV lottery or anything like that, and I was just ignorant. And by that time I had my boyfriend who knew about the DV thing. He used to play it before, but let me just not mention what happened before. So yeah, he used to play that. He used to play for people, and that year he proposed me, like he could introduce me to the DV. He could apply for me. I was like, okay, so just do whatever you want to do. So we went and took the pictures together, and he applied for me. I was just there assisting him with some information, basic information that he didn't know, such as my city of birth, my country, all those stuff. So I assisted him. And after that, when you apply for DV lottery, you have to put in mind that the result always comes after 8 long months. If you apply in November or in October, you have to wait for the result between 6 May to 8th May. Yeah, so we checked the result on 8th May. Since I didn't know anything about that, so he was the one who checked the result for me. Obviously he checked for him first, but nothing worked. And then he was like, okay, mine didn't work, so you can check for yourself. And I was like, I don't know, I know nothing about this thing, so you can just check if you have the confirmation number. So and that night I remember he had something to do during the day, and in the evening he came back and he checked the result for me. And then he just called me on the phone and was like, you know what, you won it. And I was like, okay, so what next? I didn't know what to do next. I was just like there, you know. And one thing I should remind you guys is that when you're playing the lottery, don't put your heart on that, because if you don't get it, you will feel the pain. But if you just ignore it, that's most of the time that's when it's gonna work for you. Yeah, so I was like, so what should we do next? And he was like, okay, from now on we should start planning for you. By that time we were boyfriend and girlfriend, so we're not married at all. And he was like, okay, we'll plan the things for you and you will go. You have just to gather your documents and we'll go step by step. By that time I told him, I was like, no, I'm not going there alone if I'm not coming with you. I think I forgot to mention that by the time we applied, we were in China. In my previous video, I vlogged my trip from China to the US. You can go and watch it after this video. So by that time we got our result in May. And the second step, when you're doing the DV lottery, you should fill in the DS-260 as soon as possible so that your interview will be scheduled. But in my case, I didn't do that because I wanted to go with my husband. We wanted to go together. That's why it took us a long time to do the process and to fill in the DS-260. So during that time we were gathering the document we had to translate the documents because we are from French speaking countries, so we translated the documents from our countries and they had to send them in China, which took a long time. We started the process in July, I think in July 2021, and we got all our documents ready by February 2022. And by that time we still hadn't gotten married yet, so we had to plan all the wedding thing. We submitted all our documents to the embassy, and guys, you in China, when you're in China, you have to get married at your embassy if you are a foreigner. And in our embassy, the ambassadors were not there, so we had to wait until they come so that our marriage will be scheduled. So just to remind you that you should be patient during this process. Can you imagine, we got our result in May 2021 and we got our visa in September 2022. Can you imagine this? All this time we've been gathering documents. That's what we did. We got the document in all the documents in February 2022, and by that time we already did the dowry. My husband paid the bride price in November 2021, and we were waiting to get married, and we got married in April 2022. Yeah, and after that we filled the DS-260. It was a little bit late, but we got the chance to fill it in. As soon as we submitted our DS-260, we got our interview scheduled on June the 10th of June 2022, but we missed that interview because we didn't know how to check. We were expecting that they would send us the email by our email address, so we're waiting for all that time and we didn't see that. You should also put in mind that your interview notification is sent in 3 ways. The first one is by your email, the email address you gave them, and the second one is by a site that you can check. I will do that in another video and I will show you guys. Third way is by checking when you check your status. For example, if you check if you are selected or not, that place when you input your reference number, yeah, you can check that place and you will see your interview notification there if it's there. So by that time we didn't know if we could check there, so we were expecting the notification through our emails, but we never got that. That's how we missed our interview in June 2022. We had to, because we missed our interview in June, so we had to contact the embassy to tell them that we missed our interview. There is a site that you can contact your embassy to tell them that if you had any inquiries or anything like that. There is a site that I'll put down below. You can check on, you can go to that site and give them you will input your case number, your name, your email address and your telephone number. Then you can put your question down. So we went on that site and we told them our problem, that we missed our interview, if they could schedule another interview. That's how we got our second interview on the 14th of September 2022. So if you are in China, you should know that your interview will be in Guangzhou. There is a US consulate. We can also call it embassy. That's how I call it. So your interview will be scheduled there. Yeah, so that's what you should put in mind. And if you are in your country, I think your embassy should be in your capital city. Yeah. This time when we got our interview notification, it was through our email because we were in contact with the US consulate in Guangzhou. That's how we were notified about our interview. And another thing that you should do is that when you get your interview letter, you have to go to the hospital to do. There are some hospitals that are designed to receive people if you wanna go abroad. And when you receive your email, your notification, they will tell you which hospital to go to. So you should check those hospitals around you so that you can go. And if you're in China, I will tell you which hospital we went to. It was in Beijing. I will give you the address, the name, and so that you can schedule your appointment by yourself, then go do the medical check-in. So if you're not in China, you should put in mind that when you are applying, you shouldn't go just to any hospital. You should go to your DV. When you're applying for DV, you go to that site and you see the embassy of your country, which hospital do they recommend you to go. So when you see that hospital, you can take the address and go there and do your medical checkup. And by the time they give you your result, I think they will send you a package within 2 weeks. So you should wait for that, and you shouldn't open your package at all. So you should just carry that package and go with it at your interview, and that day, that's the time they will tell you to open there. We finished the medical checkup. We waited for 2 weeks and the result came. We didn't open the package, and we waited for the interview date, and we traveled all the way to Gwangju to do the interview. And when the interview day came, we woke up early, we got ready and we went to the interview. So about the interview questions and the length of the interview, we will do another video, my husband and I. We will do the video and we will explain you how the process went. Guys, I was not alone. That's why the interview video, I will do it with my husband, so that he can also tell you what questions they asked him during the interview. And apart from that, as I was the one who won the DV lottery, so I was the principal applicant and he was the beneficiary. So all the questions during the interview went toward me. Yeah, that's why I received most of the questions and he received only some questions. Yeah, so that's how it went during the interview. Immediately when you are done with the interview, they tell you if you get your visa or not. So you should know that the US people, they don't joke about that. Okay, they tell you the some dates, not like other countries. I remember when I was applying to China, I waited for two weeks to get my visa, but this time it was the same day after the interview I got the result already. Yeah, so basically that's how everything went. We got our visa and we planned the journey to come here. You can watch the vlog I did recently. So yeah, basically that's it. What I've learned through this process is that first of all, you should in your relationship, you shouldn't settle for little. Okay, why do I say that? Because you can't settle with someone that, if you are dating or those kind of relationship, you should always project yourself in the future. What can I do with this person? Can this person be the father of my children in the future? You should see all those things. We played as a single, we were dating, but through the process we got married. So you should always try to project your future with that person when you're going into a relationship, right? Yeah, this is an advice that I can give to you. That's number one. If you are a boy or a girl, so see yourself, when you see a girl, when you want to date a girl, see yourself projecting yourself in the future. If, for example, something happened, will you be able to marry that girl? Is she what you want to be, the mother of your children? Try to ask yourself those questions. Yeah. Secondly, what I've learned through this process is, like, you shouldn't panic when you are selected. Okay, stay calm and take your time, because you can see our journey. We got the result in May 2021 and we got our visa in September 2022. That's 1.5 years already. This is a long time. So You should be patient. Try to gather all the documents, translate them if you have to. Do all the process little by little. Don't rush for anything. Get married if you have to. Don't rush. Take your time to fill in the DS-260. Yeah, if you really want to come to the US, so you should take your time. Don't rush. And yeah, don't forget to do the medicals in the right hospital, because some people are just like, okay, I'm just gonna do the medicals whatever I want to do. No, that can play a big role. You should go to the right hospital as the instruction says. So yeah, that can also play a big role to get your green card. So guys, as we come to the end of this video, it has been a long video, I know, but if you are able to reach this point, I am sure that you've learned something from this video. And if you are interested to this kind of topic, how to live abroad, and everything about the DS, stay tuned to this channel. I'll be updating about my life in the US and everything concerning the DV. So I'll see you in the next video. Ciao ciao.